elbow strap, and we're going to put it together and make a big loop, and we'll put that to the side for now. And we'll start laying down on your back and be comfortable and feel supported. So you want to be able to relax here for the first few moments of your practice, to give yourself some time to check in and settle in. So just take a moment to notice how you're feeling. Notice what you're feeling. Begin to breathe a little bit deeper than you normally do. Let the back of the body feel supported by the ground beneath you. And feel the light movement of the chest and belly as you breathe with ease. Letting the chatter in the mind quiet down. So here we're just going to reach the arms up overhead, and you're going to hold on to opposite elbows if you can reach. And then just let the arms kind of make a box around your head. If you can't reach your elbows, maybe you're just holding on to the forearms, maybe you're just holding on to the wrists. So once the arms are up overhead, we're opening up the lungs, opening up the rib cage. Relax the shoulders down, kind of tap into the space between your shoulder blades, bringing your awareness there. And your breath. Relaxing through the shoulders. And then we're just going to draw one knee into the chest and then the other knee into the chest. You can gently rock the legs left to right. You can make some circles with the knees in one direction and then the other. And then we'll take the feet up towards the ceiling, point and flex the feet. You can bend the knee and then straighten it. My knees are cracking like crazy here. You can move the ankles around. Keep a soft bend in the knees just to start. And then we'll one arm at a time just straighten the arm behind you. So just reach the tops of the hands behind you. Again, keeping the shoulders relaxed, soft bend in the elbow if needed. We'll take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, reach for your shins and hug the knees into the chest. 3 more, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale. Nice and slow and deep, hug it in. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees in. We're going to let both feet come down to the floor and we're going to reach for the strap. We'll start with your left foot into the strap. Place the loop around your head. Put your arms through. Pull out your hood if you're wearing a hoodie. And then relax the head back down. And we'll let the right leg go straight along the floor, arms out to the sides. So try to be active in your thighs here. Really feel your left thigh reaching towards the space in front of your mat. And let your right thigh reach heavy towards the floor. Just close the eyes. Relax the jaw. neck and throat. Relax the shoulders. Reaching your heel up towards the ceiling. Grounding down with the left side of your low back. Deep breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth. And then we're going to soften your left knee and reach your left foot over to the right. Feel free to take your left hand and place it in your left hip crease, drawing, again, your thigh and your hip away from you, away from your shoulder to get length here. Use the strap so that you can lean into it and that you can let go. And then again, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. Take a deep, full breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the left foot back to center. Bend your right knee. Let your left foot cross over the right leg above the knee. And draw your right knee into your chest. You can sway the shape of your legs left to right. And then pause a little bit over to the right and draw your right knee into your right shoulder. Let's keep the eyes closed. Try to let go of any tightness that you're feeling around the left hip and your low back. And just breathe right here. So when you come into these poses where there's not a lot of movement and we're still, see if you can keep your mind still and quiet and your breath flowing with ease. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Let's gently just take the left foot off of the right knee, let it come down to the floor, and we'll put the right foot into your strap. So the right foot comes in, left leg goes straight. Arms relaxed. Eyes are closed. Breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth. Try to feel the back of the right leg lengthen and soften. Flexed right foot. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, soften the right knee. We're going to reach the right foot over to the left. You can put your right hand in the right hip crease. Pausing here. So these poses are familiar. Our body comes into them. It doesn't take a long time to feel what you're supposed to feel because we've done these poses before, but sometimes it's nice to experience the pose as if it's the first time you've done it. See what you're feeling, see where you're feeling. Use your breath to lessen the intensity tightness and tension, and increase the feeling of relaxation. Take a full deep breath in here, and then as you exhale, we're going to bring the right leg back to center. Left knee bends with the left foot on the floor. We're going to come into a figure four. Right ankle crosses over the left leg, and then draw the left knee in towards the chest. You can gently sway the legs left to right. You can draw your left knee into your left shoulder. Try to relax the right shoulder and the right side of the body. Just take this moment to be still. Maybe feel a sense of calm start to come over you. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Let's release the right foot down to the floor. Left foot comes down. Both knees are bent. Feet are mat width apart. Arms reach away from each other. We're going to drop the legs over to the right. Turn your head over to the left. And then take a breath in to come back to center. Exhale, legs go left, head turns right. So just do that a few times on your own, feeling what you feel in your low back, in your hips, in the thighs, even up through the belly and chest. Making these movements as big as you can and still being comfortable. And then coming back to center, bring the feet parallel, knees are bent. Your left thigh is going to cross over your right thigh. And your left arm is going to come under your right arm. So your arms are crossed. Now try to cross them as high as you can. So as close to the chest as you can. Then you're going to bend your elbows and try to reach the backs of the hands towards each other. If they don't reach, that's okay. If you would like to bring the palms together, you can. So once you're here, relax your shoulders. Press your elbows forward, away from your face. Let your fingertips lift up a little bit and your pinkies move forward. We're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to reach your fingertips behind you. And then you're going to come up onto your right tippy toes. That's your inhale. Exhale, lift your knees towards your belly and your elbows towards your knees. That's your exhale. Inhale, slowly. Head comes down. Just the right toes touch the floor. Reach your right fingertips towards the space behind your head. Exhale, elbows to knees. Inhale one more time. And exhale, elbows to knees. Modified, you can hold on to the opposite shoulders instead. We're going to come down, let your foot come down, and then undo the arms. Let the arms go way out to the sides. Switch the cross of your legs. Left foot down, right leg crosses over. Right arm is going to come under. So you're crossing high up. You can either just hold on to opposite shoulders or backs of the hands together or palms together. Create space between your forearms and your face by pressing your elbows forward. Come up onto your left tippy toes. As you inhale, fingers reach behind you. And then as you exhale, elbows to the knees. Feel free to lift your forehead if you'd like. Inhale. Toes down gently, fingertips behind you. Exhale, elbows to knees. You don't have to lift your head. One more time. This is slow and controlled. Inhale and exhale. And then we're going to undo the arms. Let the arms reach out. Undo your feet. Let your both feet come down to the floor. Reach your arms up overhead, holding on to either opposite forearms, elbows, or wrists. And just let your arms open behind you. Relax the shoulders. Open up the chest and lungs. This is a really nice way to condition the lungs, increasing your lung capacity, bringing more oxygen into the body, into the cells. And then here we're going to bring one knee into the chest, then the other. Undo the arms to hug your knees into your chest. And then we're going to make our way up to sit. So you can roll to one side or rock yourself front to back and come up to sit. So if you need extra support, feel free to sit up on a blanket or a cushion or a pillow or a bolster if you have one. If you're totally uncomfortable on the floor, you're welcome to sit in a chair for this part. We're going to use the strap, and we're going to hold on to the strap about shoulder width apart. So your hands are just holding on to your strap, shoulder width apart. You can start off low, and we're just going to inhale, lift the arms, and exhale, lower. Let's take the hands a little bit wider, maybe knee width apart here. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Now we're going to take about shoulder or a little bit wider than your shoulders. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Okay, so I'm going to put my thumbs in my loop here. So my hands are pretty far away from each other. My arms are pretty straight. And I'm going to inhale, lift here. And then exhale, we're going to go in the back. If you cannot comfortably go in the back, then just go back in the front. If you need to bend your elbows, you can bring your elbows bent. Inhale, we'll come back up. And exhale to the front. Let's just do 2 more of those, nice and slow. Inhale up. And exhale back, opening up the chest, relaxing the neck. Inhale up. And exhale down. One more time, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale up. And exhale to the front. Let's relax the shoulders, hands on the knees, and just roll them out. So just go forward, up and back a few times. Just rolling out the shoulders, relaxing the neck. Okay, so here we're going to take your left hand up, holding on to the strap. Left hand comes up, bend your left elbow and let the strap hang down. Right hand reaches out and then reach back behind you for the strap. If you're super flexible, maybe you have your fingers clasped towards opposite hands. If not, that's why we're using the strap. Try to keep your left elbow pointing up and your right elbow pointing down. Hinging forward if you can, only if that's comfortable. Go as far as you'd like. You can stay upright. Try to keep your neck lengthened, creating space in the front of the right shoulder. You're opening up the underside of the left shoulder. Elbows reach away from each other. Able to breathe with ease. And then let's slowly make our way back up. Release the arms. Shake them out a bit. And then switch sides. So the strap is going to come into your right hand. Reach the right hand up, bend the elbow, left hand reaches out, and then behind you for the strap. Try to stay lengthened in the neck. You don't want to crunch your chin down. If this hurts anywhere in the shoulder, you can always create more space between your hands. So take a deep breath in here, and then as you exhale, maybe just go forward an inch or two. Stay nice and tall, open in the chest. Maybe you hinge forward more than that, but try not to round. Crown of the head is reaching away from the tailbone. Nice, easy breath here. Trying to release tension that we hold on to in the shoulders. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And then slowly make your way up. Release your hands. Let your hands come onto the knees, and we'll gently roll the shoulders forward this time. So back, up, forward and down. Just making some circles. And then we're going to move the strap out of the way, and we're going to come onto hands and knees. So feel free to use a blanket for support anywhere that you might need. Under the knees, under the tops of your ankles, on your lap. We're going to start with parallel knees. Big toes touch. Sinking down to a child's pose. Arms are going to reach way out in front. Elbows and forearms lifted if you can. Drop the forehead. If your forehead can't touch the floor comfortably, you can put a block under your forehead or stack your hands or fists. Relax your shoulders. Lengthen your spine. Take this moment here to feel grounded. Grounded down through the forehead, through your shins, your hands. Relax the neck and the back. And then just lifting the head, you're going to keep the left hand where it is. You're going to thread your right hand underneath your left arm, palm up, and then just turn your head to the left. Let the right side of your head come down. You're reaching your right fingertips towards the left. Getting a gentle twist here in the shoulders and upper back. And then coming back to center, right palm reaches way out in front. Turn your left palm up as you reach your left hand underneath to the right. The left side of your head can come down to the mat as you turn your head to the right. Getting a really nice stretch in that left shoulder. So feel the energy of the upper body coming down towards the mat. And then there be length between your left shoulder and your left fingertips. This to me almost feels like the IT band of my leg, like that whole outside of the left arm from the shoulder all the way down. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, come on out, and we're going to come up onto hands and knees. So just making your way onto hands and knees here. Wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, tops of the feet starting off on the floor. And then we're going to curl the toes under to stretch out the toes in the bottom of your foot. Take a deep breath in as you drop your belly, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the back. Really get a lot of height here in the center of your back. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round. And then one more time, just like that. Inhale, open up. And exhale, round the back. And we'll come to neutral spine. Left foot goes back, right hand goes forward. Lift your left foot. If you need to keep your left foot down for more balance, you can. Let's flex the left foot and turn the toes so all 5 toes are pointing down, especially your pinky. Try to relax the shoulders. Try to draw your belly in towards your spine. And your face is parallel to the mat. And just pause here and breathe. Staying super present right here. Even if you know where we're going next, stay right here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, right hand comes down, left toes come down behind you. Pivot your right foot to the right. Roll to the arch of your left foot and reach the left hand up towards the ceiling. Try to press your pelvis forward, your hips forward a little bit so that your back is strong. Couple places to go from here. You can lift your left leg if you want, left foot off the floor. If you want to go for a little bit more strength, you can push your left foot down into the floor. Maybe you lift your right knee, keeping the right toes down. Or maybe you can cross your whole right ankle in front of your left ankle. You don't have to. So these are all just suggestions on changing up the pose and making it available to you. So breathing deeply. Full breath in. Beautiful. And then exhale. Slowly make your way down. We're going to let the knees be narrow. Big toes touch. Let your hands rest behind you. Tops of the hands can be on the floor by your feet, or right hand rests on your low back, left hand holds on to your right ankle. Your right wrist, not your right ankle. So just pausing here, letting the weight of the shoulders round your back. The weight of the head grounding your forehead down to release tension in the back of the neck. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, let's let your hands reach back to forward. Separate the knees so they're underneath your hips. Lengthen your spine, and we'll take the right foot straight back, toes down, left hand forward, lifting the right foot if you can. You don't have to. Nice flexed foot, strong thighs, relaxed shoulders, belly drawn in. I like to keep my arm a little lower than my ear, and I like to keep my right leg a little lower than hip height. You can play around and see what feels good for you. But really try to lift your belly towards your spine, creating a nice strong core here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, left hand comes down to the mat, right toes find the floor behind you. Pivot your left foot to the left. Roll to the arch of your right foot. Right hand lifts. Hips press forward. And then again, if you would like to play around with some strength or balance, you can lift your right leg. You can bring your right foot down. You can just lift your left knee, but keep the toes down. Or maybe you lift the whole leg and cross your right ankle in front of your left. Hips are lifted. Lift them up nice and high. Chest is open. Your breath is flowing with ease. Finding your balance. creating space in the body for your breath, building a little bit of strength here. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, we're going to bring the right hand down, both knees come down, narrow, sink back onto your heels. Hands can rest by your feet, or you can take your right hand and hold on to your left wrist at your low back. Completely relax the shoulders. Opening up through the chest, belly, and back when you breathe. Feel that expansion against the legs, maybe against your arms. And then when you're ready, we're going to come up onto forearms and knees. So your forearms are on the floor in front of you. Elbows are parallel, so you can kind of measure them. If you can hold on to opposite elbows, that's how far apart they should be. I like my hands super relaxed so I don't waste energy creating fists or clasping my hands. So I just like to keep my hands together but soft. So we're going to come into a forearm plank. Both feet reach back, belly in and strong, shoulders relaxed. If you need to modify, knees come down, tops of the feet come down. So I'm going to share a little story while we're here, because sometimes we like to talk during forearm plank. So in one of my classes that I used to teach live was to a group of people with cancer, and there was a husband and wife team that, not a team, a husband and a wife, a couple, that were very competitive people. They were close to 70, but always had been runners and bikers and triathlon, like super competitive people. And our goal in our class was always to do 1 minute of a forearm plank. So there was one time where we were doing a minute, and then people were like, well, let's stay. I think I could do another minute. So I'm like, all right, let's stay. And then after about another minute, so it was 2 minutes goes by, everyone comes down except for this couple. And either one of them didn't want to be the first one to come down. So it got competitive, which is not what yoga's about, but it was kind of fun. So they wound up staying up for over 3 minutes. The husband came down first because he knew his wife would not come down first no matter what. So I'm sharing that story because the husband he passed away from cancer in August, and today would have been his birthday. So I think I'm going to start adding the challenge here, the 3-minute challenge in honor of them. So maybe we'll work on that and see how long we can stay in this pose. Okay, we're going to come down. I don't know how long that was, but we're going to come down onto your knees. Let your toes touch. Let your hands rest behind you. Roll left to right. I'm telling you, it's a lot easier to stay in that pose when you're talking. That's why we used to always chat in class, so I do miss that. No reason why you can't talk to yourself or your dog when we're working on that. Okay, hopefully you have yoga blocks handy. I forgot to mention that before. If you don't, that's okay. You might not be able to do the deepest expression of this pose, but that's okay. So we're going to step the right foot forward up between our hands. I'm going to place blocks on either side of my right foot, and I'm going to use the middle height. If you don't have blocks, no worries. This pose has 3 different stages, 3 different levels, so you can be wherever is available to you today. Right knee over the right ankle. Left knee is far back. Hips are heavy. You can stay right here. The pose that we're going to come into is a gentle twist to the right with the right hand lifted. So option 1 is the left knee down. Option 2, curl your left toes under, lift your left knee, and turn to the right. Option 3, straighten your right leg and turn to the right. So those are your options. Your back toes are on the floor, but the heel is lifted. All 10 toes are pointed forward. So you're either in this revolved pyramid pose, this twisted pyramid pose, or you're in a twisted lunge with the knee up or knee down. And we're going to breathe here. Open through the heart and chest. Relax through the shoulders, strong legs. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly bend your right knee. If it's not already bent, bring your right hand down. We're all going to drop the left knee unless it's already there. Relax your left foot. Move your right hand to the side so that you can turn your right toes to 2 o'clock. Roll to the pinky side. If you would like to come down onto your block, onto your left forearm, you can. And we're going to stay opening to the right here. So the right hand can come onto the knee and flex and peel your right toe back. If you're feeling fancy, you can bend your left knee and reach your right hand back for your left foot. That is super deep in the quad, so don't feel like you have to. Take a deep breath in here, and then as you exhale, let's slowly come out of the pose by bringing the right foot back. You're on your hands and knees. You have the option here to stay here. Take 3 breaths in cat-cow. Keep your hips over your knees and walk your hands forward. Let your ears drop down by your upper arms for puppy, 3 breaths. Or curl your toes under, lift your seat to come into a downward dog, 3 breaths. 3 to 5 breaths. So whatever pose you're in, you're breathing, you're lengthening your spine, you're grounding down to whatever part of the body is touching the floor, and you're feeling light around your heart and lungs. Take a full deep breath in, and then when you're ready, you can come down to whatever pose you need to get into to transition to get your left foot forward. So the left foot is forward, left knee is over the left ankle, right knee is far back, hips are sinking low. Your feet are hip width apart. So you're not like you're on a balance beam, it's more like you're on railroad tracks. So you can either keep the right knee down, lift the right knee, keep your left knee bent, or straighten the left leg. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Try to keep your hips stable and lengthen and open your upper body. And breathe here. So just feel what you feel and breathe. It's such a beautiful sunny day today. I can see out the window right now, blue sky. It's going to be pretty warm in the 40s. So hopefully we can get out and enjoy the day today. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, slowly come out, bending your left knee, dropping the right knee, relaxing the right foot. Turn your left toes to 10 o'clock, roll to the pinky side. Left hand comes onto your left knee. You can stay right here. You can maybe come down onto your right forearm. Try to not to collapse into your shoulders. Always lengthen your neck. If you want to bend your right knee and reach your left hand back for your foot, you can. I actually hate that, but I like to offer things that I hate because you might love. I didn't give my kids raw peppers for the longest time because I hate them. And then they had them at someone else's house once and they loved them. So I have to start teaching some poses that I hate because you may love them. And it's not about me. Take a deep breath in. It's about you. Let's come back to center here. And then again, you're just going to bring your left knee back. Find a pose, a transitional pose that works for you for 3 to 5 breaths. Could be moving your spine. Could be resting in a child's pose. Could be in a puppy. And it could be in a downward dog. So just pick the pose that works for you. Take 3 to 5 breaths. Let your eyes be closed. Kind of recheck in. And then we're slowly going to transition up to a standing forward bend. So hands towards the knees. Come up onto the knees, curl your toes under. Lift your knees, roll onto the bottoms of your feet. Hang in a forward bend. You can hold on to opposite elbows. Knees are soft. Sway left to right a little bit. Let the weight of your head release your neck. And then slowly walk your hands up your legs to come up to stand. Take your time. I'm going to adjust my camera. Doggy's barking. Okay, so once you're standing, let your feet be about hip width apart. 3 breaths. Inhale, arms reach out and up. And exhale, arms come out and down. Inhale, arms reach out and up. And exhale, down. And one more time, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, so feet get a little closer together. Just about an inch or 2 in between the feet. Hands are going to come to your heart. We're going to inhale, lift onto your tippy toes. Exhale, feet come down. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, feet come down. Try to keep it nice and slow. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, down. Okay, hands at the heart. Inhale, tippy toes. Lift your hands straight up. And then exhale, hands at your heart. Bend your knees, chair pose. Again, inhale. Hands reach up, tippy toes. Exhale, slowly come down, chair pose. One more time, just like that. Nice and slow and controlled in the legs. And then slowly make your way down. Okay, so I'm just going to turn sideways. You can come up to stand for a moment. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. We're going to start taking your right ankle and crossing over your left ankle. Hands are going to interlace behind you. You can keep your elbows bent or straighten the arms. And we're going to hinge forward here. So just a nice gentle hinge. A little bit of a forward bend here. If you are comfortable in the shoulders, you can lift your knuckles up towards the ceiling, head down. Pause here and breathe. Find your balance. You don't have to have your hands lifted. You don't even have to have them behind your back. You can have them down in front if you need to. So take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to bend your knees, hands on your thighs, bring yourself up. Arms reach away from each other. Right arm comes under the left. Eagle arms, palms together, or backs of the hands, or hold on to opposite shoulders. You're going to come up onto your right tippy toes, lift your right heel. Bend your left knee and slide down. If you are comfortable, you're going to lift your right foot off the floor. Some people can tuck their right toes behind their left shin. I cannot do that. That hurts my knees. So shoulders are down, elbows are forward, pinkies are up. Pause here and breathe. Get a little lower in your left knee. Ooh. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, arms are going to uncross. Right leg is going to uncross and reach back behind you. Modified warrior 3. Your left leg is going straighter. Your right leg is reaching straight behind you. Chest is parallel to the floor. And then slowly make your way up and shake out your legs. I was going to transition right to the other side, but I figured we'd take a break in between sides. Okay. So now your left ankle is crossing in front of your right ankle. We're going to give a little sciatic stretch here. Hands come behind your back if that was comfortable, and hinge forward. So this opens up the space around your sciatic nerve. Again, if you want to bring the knuckles up and overhead, you can. Relax the head and neck. You can release the arms and have them hanging down if you'd like. Just think about spreading your back, your low back, from left to right. Opening up your IT band. Relaxing the shoulders. And then let's release the arms. Bend your knees. Hands on thighs. Slowly come up. Arms reach away from each other. Your left arm is coming under the right arm. Eagle arms or modified. Lifting your left heel. Bending your right knee. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Outer knees together. Lift your left toes if you can. Shoulders are down. Elbows are forward. Fingertips are lifted. Find your balance here, your strength, and then a slow, gentle transition to warrior 3. But I'd like to have the hands back in warrior 3. I think it protects the back. So you're standing on your right leg, your left foot is reaching back behind you, flex foot. Hands reaching back behind you, chest parallel to the floor, and then slowly come on up, shake out the right leg. I'm going to adjust my camera as you make your way down slowly onto your back. If you have a block handy, please take your block with you for being on your back. Oh, crack knees. Just have your block next to you. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Pause. We're going to take the feet down to the floor. If you have a block, you're going to take the block and place it under your low back as you lift your hips. If you don't have a block, you can use a folded blanket, you can use a cushion or a bolster, or you can just keep your hips lifted and not have the block, or you can just stay down on the floor, have your knees bent and just tilt your pelvis forward towards you, like you're trying to get your pelvis to pour into your belly button. Let your arms rest to the sides, palms up. Relax your low back. Let any tension, stress, or worry melt into that block. Let go. Let it go. If you're comfortable adding on here with the block, you can take your hands and hold on to the block just to get yourself supported and lift your feet up towards the ceiling. If you hate this with the block, then move the block out of the way and just be on your back. Knees are soft, ankles are soft. Adding the arms, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Soft elbows, floppy wrists. This is really good for circulation. This is really good for your lymphatic system. So just pause here. You're giving your heart the space and the gravity to bring oxygenated blood to the brain. Hips are lifted a little bit higher to ease away any tension. Take a full deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, slowly bring your feet down, hands down. Feet pressed down into the mat as you lift your hips to remove the block. Gently lower your back down. One knee into the chest, other knee into the chest. Open the knees. Happy baby pose. So modified, holding on underneath the knees, holding on to your ankles, or if you can, you're holding on to the outsides of your feet. And then just rock left to right, massaging the back, releasing the shoulders and hips one last time. And then whenever you're ready, you can slowly release and transition to Shavasana. Hopefully we won't lose Wendy here. Maybe I shouldn't have said that word. That might have been a trigger for her computer. Anyway, we're finding Shavasana, final relaxation pose. Palms up, body supported by the floor beneath you or any props that you might need. Let the eyes be closed. Let your breath just flow with ease. Let the positive energy that you've created with your practice, let that settle into the body. Thinking about what about your practice you can take with you when you leave your mat today. Maybe feeling a little bit stronger, a little bit more balanced, a little more centered and grounded. So we really practice yoga on the mat, focusing on our bodies and our breath and our minds. But the beauty is that the practice continues. It doesn't have to end when you come off of your mat. You are welcome to stay in Shavasana for another 5, even 10 minutes if you'd like. Otherwise, we're just going to begin to breathe a little bit deeper. Feel the flow of your breath. Bring some small movements into the hands and feet. And then slowly and gently, if you're ready, you can transition the body out of Shavasana. And we'll all meet together seated with the eyes closed. There's no rush. It's the beauty of practicing at home. You don't have to be done until you're ready to be done. So just feeling what you feel. Noticing the thoughts in your mind. Let's take the right hand over the left hand over the right, over your heart. Sorry, your right hand over your heart, your left hand over your right hand. And remember that we are all connected. Not only are we here with each other, but we are here for each other. Let's bring the palms together in front of your heart center. Honoring your practice and honoring each other. Namaste. Thanks, you guys.